boom, a boom, boom. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's shaking and baking and mixing and fixing nutritious meal, nutritious meal. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. Chef Trek, Chef Trek, Chef Trek, Chef Trek. His food is so good. Chef Trek, Chef Trek.
Come in, David. Come in, David. Once again, my friends, welcome to another Chef Trek adventure. We talk about our 4 F's: faith, family, friends, and food. Thanks to Brother Charles Awesome for fun, food, and family. Every day is a blessed day in all of our lives. But I'm blessed to have this man here, Chef Charles Knight from Tampa, Florida, who is a fine gentleman that has been providing this marvelous cookware from Healthcraft Products of Tampa, Florida. Chef Charles, bless you for being here, brother. Man. Thanks for being here. Now, you're originally from New Jersey.
Yeah, actually, I went to school here in Philadelphia, believe it or not.
Okay.
That's why I had to move to Tampa.
Okay. You got it in your room? Well, good. For those of you that got a handout and for our home audience, our featured dish will be
Chicken
cacciatore. But we have some shout outs. There's Boy Scouts here again. What's up, guys? 2512 from Springfield, Delaware County. My buddy, Scott Newman, who's also from our supporter, the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia, a supporter of the Chef Trek adventure. Now, we have a few people. We have some entertainers in the house. Lead singer of the Ebony's Philly International Star, William Smoke Howard, lead singer of the Ebony's from Camden, New Jersey, and we also have vocalist Michael Upshaw. So we have entertainers in the house. Now, there's a woman who just said Deja, Deja, because she's known me for years. This woman, Floretta Cordell, has been a supporter of my show since the beginning. I'm tearful because I'm full of joy. And she has a young lady with her, Deja. And our show is about things we do with the young people. That's why we're excited that the Scouts are here. We have a new coffee company, Organo. So the Gaskins from the coffee company are here. They're new to the Chef Trek adventure. So, Chef Knight, let's get the show on the road.
Ready.
Oh, wait a minute. Our other sponsor, Rockland Bakery of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. We have a wonderful selection of cookies that they always send us, an assortment of wonderful rolls, some nice cornbread, and for those of you that did go to the coffee station, the Danish were there from there. So, Chef, we're going to start with the chicken, right?
Yeah, we always start with the chicken, sure.
Well,
but before I get started, I got something brand new I got to give you. All right, this is a gift from the people at the Healthcraft Company. It's our new hand-operated rotary food cutter.
Oh, bless you.
You add that to the show.
Bless you.
We'll show you how to use it today.
Well,
too.
actually, I have something for you myself.
Is it money?
I left my check in my other pants, which is the standard line.
Here it is, right here. There you go.
Now,
right.
from our oil company, we have a new oil company, and we featured this oil on our last show, and they're new to supporting the Chef Trek Adventures.
Oh, beautiful.
So here's a nice gift bag from you of some of their wonderful oils.
Oh,
now,
we
what
use this
they've
today.
done is they're able to mix and match these oils and vinegars. And these are aged balsamic, so you know they're much
Really?
thicker than your
Wow.
normal stuff. So I had
Very
to have
nice.
something for you.
Very nice. Thank
So
you.
let's get started. I'm going to move here and start on chicken.
All right. So we're going to do some garlic. We're going to do some peppers. Everybody knows how to do garlic, right? Just take it and give it a good whack, and that's pretty much it. What you want to do
Absolutely.
is you want to get the oils out of it. That's important. And then just chop it up real good. And once you've got that done, you just push back and forth like this, and that's what they call a puree of garlic. Can you smell that? Isn't that great? Too bad it's the smell-o-vision, right?
It will be sooner or later.
There you go. We got our garlic. Is that fine enough for you?
That looks good to me,
There
Chef.
you go. Do a pepper too. Take the peppers, you cut the top and the bottom off. We're not going to waste that. And you cut down this way. And then what you want to do is you want to cut through the ribs, like you see here.
Absolutely.
And it just takes the seeds out. All right? Then you flip it over.
The quick and easy way.
Yeah, and then you're ready to kind of cut it. What you want to do is you want to use your knuckle as a guide. If you pull your knuckle back real slow, you get nice big cuts fast. You get bigger cuts. You don't pull it back, you cut it off. So you got to make sure you don't stick your finger in the way. But every good chef has cut themselves once or twice, right?
Nonsense. I've cut myself more than once or twice.
I was just telling a story. When I first started cooking, I worked for Phelps Dodge Kitchen up in Elizabethport, New Jersey, and I had a chef called William Christmas, and he always used to talk with knives in his hands.
That's me.
So when he was yelling at you, he was yelling at you with the knives.
Hey, my
So I got
father
a stabbed here, one's here. But he went on to be a great chef at the Waldorf Astoria, right?
All right.
And I ended up in Tampa.
Now, how long have you been in Tampa? You've been in Tampa a
35, yeah,
35
1982, 1982. Almost
Now-
as long as I lived in New Jersey.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Now, while Chef is doing our vegetables, I am doing our chicken. Now, our chicken is being dredged, and we have a bit of poultry seasoning. We also have some salt.
This is what they call mise en place.
Absolutely.
Means everything in its place. All right, we're going to do a carrot a little bit differently. You want carrots in this too, right, Chef?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Might have grated?
Well, you might as well, since that wonderful gizmo is here.
There you go.
Now, do you want the bowl under there, or are you all right?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Oops. This thing is not formica here, so we're going to have to play with it a little bit. Is that enough carrot for you? A little
That
bit
looks
more?
good to me. You can do a little bit more.
All right.
Oil, oil, oil. Here we go.
There you go. All righty. Okay, so does anybody know what this is called when you use like carrots, celery, and onions, or use a combination of peppers, garlic? A who? A trinity. Very good.
Well, we did that in a show when we did our Mardi Gras show.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
To be found on our website, cheftrek.net. All of our shows, and the thing about our shows, our recipe for our shows can be found on. So when this show is done and submitted, you can go to the website and see the pictures from the show, thanks to one of our photographers. Get in there, doggone it. I'm starting to sear off this chicken. And I put about a quarter to a half a cup of oil. We're using a corn oil this time. And we're gonna quickly cook this chicken a bit at a time. And we'll get this out of our way. And we'll move this out of our way.
While Delmer's doing the chicken, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some mushrooms for you.
Okay.
You can do this with, these are sliced mushrooms. They come out cool, isn't that nice? Right, you just lay them sideways down in here. You can do this with a knife too.
But see, this is what I love about this thing.
Or, what's that?
You can do the knife, but you can do the same thing with this rotary cutter in half the time.
Yeah.
Even we professionals who know good knife skills use this.
It's really nice with strawberries too. You ever want to slice strawberries?
Okay.
You do a whole flat in like 20 minutes. How's that for mushrooms?
So
How about a big
we're
hand for the
sauteing
mushrooms?
off
Isn't that
chicken,
something?
and I'm going to come over here and start another pan so we can continually start off with chicken.
Good.
And what's going to happen is we're going to add items to this chicken as it's going. That's better, that's oil.
Chicken cacciatore is a great dish. You can do it with just about any part of the chicken. One of the better parts to do is chicken thighs because it's got a lot of fat in it.
Yes, indeed.
All right? But you can do it with any part.
We're using boneless breast.
Yeah.
But as Chef Knight had said, chicken thighs works oh so good for this. So now we've got a batch. We're going to do the rest of our chicken here. We'll get rid of this. Now what else are we adding to that? We're going to do some onions and some pepper.
I'm going to do the onions for you next. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, well, let's put what you have in.
Oh, you want to put it in now? Okay.
Yeah, we can put it in now, Chef. Then we will add.
There you go.
Marvelous.
All right.
Then we'll add some onion.
I'll just cut the onions from top to bottom. Leave the skins on. All right.
Wait a minute now. We're leaving our skin on.
Yeah, you leave the skin on.
Amazing.
And just run it like you see here. And you see you can cut it two ways. I'm going to cut it nice and fine like that. All right. But if you want a bigger cut, which I usually do, which is this one. This is the big julienne blade. Right, the nice thing about it, it'll chop the onions and peel them all in one operation.
Hey, yeah.
How about a big hand for that? Is that cool? All right, onions.
Okay, we're going to add those onions to our chicken cacciatore. See, I can remember stuff.
You got it right this time.
And Chef will add some tomatoes, plum tomatoes to that also. And I'll leave your bowl here. Now, I've added a number of spices to this. Parsley, basil, and oregano. And we're gonna add a bit of salt. And we're gonna kick it up with just a wee bit of sriracha hot sauce.
All right.
Not a lot, just a little. Now,
With cooking, you want to clean as you go. You know that, right?
Yes.
My wife's actually a better cook than I am, and she couldn't cook when we first got married. One thing she's not that good at is cleaning. All right. How you doing there, Chef?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
I'll take your tomato, your plum tomatoes.
Plum tomatoes, how do you want them cut? No problem.
Now, we are adding canned diced tomatoes to this. And what's going to happen is this will start to simmer, and then we will add the whole tomato also to that. We're going to give it a little stir. Then after the chef adds these tomatoes, we will let this simmer. And what I'm going to add to that, you have the option of using white wine, but I'm going to use a wine vinegar, or you can use water or chicken stock. But I'm going to add our Lambrusco from Cardina's Oil and Vinegar Tap Room, new sponsor to the show. And this is their Lambrusco red wine vinegar.
You always want to add a little bit of vinegar just about anything that you're going to cook, because it's an acid, and you need an acid and a base for a chemical reaction. Cooking is chemistry.
Absolutely.
There you go. How's that, Chef?
Marvelous.
More?
No, actually, that's good.
Good.
We will add this, and we will let it simmer.
You ready for it?
Sure thing. Now, somewhere there's a lid. But guess what?
You can do it that way.
Healthcraft to the rescue.
There you go.
Okay. Now, we've done our
Oh, here you go.
statutory
How's that?
lid. Thank you, Chef.
You're welcome.
Now, Chef, I've got some pasta that I'm going to cook
Okay.
real quick. As soon as I remove some of these things. And the pasta's going to go with our chicken cacciatore. Chef Lorenzo, forgive me again.
I know, I'll always forgive you. You said it right.
Do you have any input to what's been going on here?
Oh, yes, you always, well, us three chefs together, we should come up with something.
So, this meets your approval?
Let me taste it first.
Speaking of taste, Butch is here, right?
Yes, this is right here.
Okay, well, have Butch come out in a while. There's Butch. Puppeteer Bernard King and his assortment of puppets, of which Chef Lorenzo, some might say he looks like me. Well, that is me. He hasn't grown his beard in yet, but Chef Lorenzo is my own personal puppet. So he always says, well, you gonna do the show with me or not? And I say, get in the bag and shut up. We'll be right back, folks, after this break. And when we come back, we'll recap the fun. Take it away, guys! Chef Trek Orchestra!
TroopResource.org supports the Chef Trek Adventure Series. TroopResource.org, trying to put 1,000 skills into every troop's backpack.
Okay, we're back from our break. Music provided by the Chef Trek Orchestra. And tell you what, since we're doing that, I think I'll saute off some spinach
Sounds like a good idea.
with some other fun vegetables. Okay.
Uh-oh. Here he goes. What we're going to do is we're going to make use cabbage. Cabbage is rich in potassium, magnesium, iron, and phosphorus. It's a high fiber food. You should eat cabbage 2 or 3 times a week. It's a natural laxative, and it's a really good buy because it's less expensive than most other vegetables. You always want to use a lot of color when you cook. Red cabbage is delicious in salads. Just cut that rind off, take the back part off. Now, these vegetables, like cabbage, are cut once in the shell. So whether you use a knife or you use a food processor like this, what you want to do is you want to lay it across the blade. So that way you don't have to worry about it peeling itself. If you cut like this, it's going to peel. You don't want to do that, right? And once you got your cabbage cut, you're ready to make you have the base of your salad. Cucumbers are good, but you don't want to peel a cucumber. You ever notice if you eat a peeled cucumber after a while, it burps up on you?
Yes, it does.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
It's coming back up looking for the skin that you took off.
You missed that one, Greg. There you go.
What you don't want to do is don't peel your cucumbers. You want to wash these with vinegar and water, and the white distilled vinegar will take the wax off it.
Yes, it will.
And that way you're just ready to cut. Now, when you leave the skin on too, you get pepsin. Pepsin is a digestive enzyme, and it's also great for the skin. You ever go to one of those salons, they put cucumbers on your eyes, right? You know why they do that? Because they charge a lot of money.
That's exactly.
Thank you. Got that one, right? Okay. You're getting there. Okay. Right? Radishes are good. I'm going to do them in a second. Here's something else you can do. You'll like this. You know, anything that looks good tastes even better. Oops, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Have you ever seen Ruffles have ridges, scalloped potatoes, bread and butter pickles? This is the machine that's been doing that cut, fancy cut, for over 70 years now, almost 70 years. Is that
Now,
nice?
you say this rotary cutter was actually invented back when now?
It was actually invented in the 20s by M.H. Graham. And he, like I said, he patented, or he tried to patent it, he applied for a patent 5 times before it was finally issued in 1980. But there's a lot of things you can do with this that you can't do with other processors. When my son David was a baby, we used to feed him butternut squash. We just cook it without water. Just put it in the pan, fill the pan up, put it on very low heat, and then you cream it together with a fork. He loved this so much the tip of his nose turned orange. And it's still orange today. That's a problem. Thank you. You're getting better. Do you do this for a living? Okay. But there's a lot of fun that you can have with this. For example, you know, when you buy cheese, you always want to buy it in bulk form. A lot of people buy cheese in little containers. You know, they give you the ends and leftovers. They don't give you the good stuff, right? So what you want to do is just want to hold the cheese. Let me just clean this real quick. This really should be for mica. I'm on plastic, and plastic does not work. But any smooth surface will work fine, right? Just for cheese alone, it's worth its weight in gold.
I see.
Right? Who cuts the cheese in your house? Just asking.
That's a reasonable question.
All right, let's see what else well, that's pretty much it. How about a big hand for the salad? Right? Oh, there you go. One other thing. Almost forgot. We've got, take your onions, and if you cut them in pieces like you see here, let's see if I can do this without this thing messing up. You get nice julienne of onion, right? Comes out perfect every time, and there's the peel, right? There you go. You like that? Perfect every time. Perfect julienne of onion.
Yes, yes.
Hey, there's your harvest salad. How about a big hand for that salad? There you go.
And when you're ready, Chef, we'll just sauce that prior to service.
There you go.
Now, as Chef has quickly, when he said he'll do a big salad in a few minutes, that was no stage joke. You want to do another little quick salad using up that spring mix?
Sure, we can do that.
Or do we want to incorporate the spring mix with this?
That is actually a good idea.
Okay.
It's actually a real good idea.
Okay.
Because that's excellent. But we need
I
to
should have a bowl somewhere.
we need to make a dressing though. Italian
Do
dressing
you
would
have
go.
the ingredients in front of you to make a dressing?
Do we have the ingredients?
Okay. That was not a trick question. I already know the answer. We have our chicken cacciatore. We have this wonderful salad the chef has just made. A nice herb vinaigrette that I just put together, and this was done in real time. You folks saw this being done, so it doesn't take a lot. What I always tell people, it takes confidence in yourself to be able to do these things. Chef's been in the business many a year. I've been in the business many a year. Bernard King and the puppet extraordinaire, Officer Bernard, Butch, and Chef Lorenzo, my own Chef Trek Orchestra. I salute you. Sing it. Billy James, Antoine Haywood, Charles Awesome Brother Walker, Lou Dennis, Tom Joe. The heart is love. You folks at home, see you soon. ChefTrek.net. All right, friends, bless you and thank you. Guys, let's take them on. Woo!
Boom, a boom, boom. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's shaking and baking and mixing and fixing nutritious meal, nutritious meal. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. Chef Trek, Chef Trek, Chef Trek, Chef Trek. His food is so good. Chef Trek, Chef Trek.